Hey, welcome back, guys. It's SpotTheOzzie here for round 2 of the Motorsport Manager, and at the moment we are starting first and third on the grid because it is a reverse grid from the last race, and we had 2 DNFs for our opening race in Season 2. At the moment we have both good strategies in terms of, car setups for both the cars. That might look like it doesn't make any sense, but it did, because in the last practice lap it didn't complete, but the feedback from the driver was that it was better than the last setup, so that's why we've left it. But we don't get any status feedback from the driver. So we're not flying in blindly. I have actually done that correctly. And as for the setup, we are going to be running 7 laps of fuel for Alice and 6 laps for Ahmed. The circuit, while it starts off dry, is going to get wet. By lap 2, it's going to start getting wetter and wetter. So I'm hoping that we go into that window. I've done 1 lap of difference so we don't double stack, and that's going to be Ahmed with one less lap of fuel, because he should be able to go fast with the less lap of fuel on board. I just want them to start off easy out the gate, so I'm not going to go into an aggressive strategy. Our target is today, 2nd or above. Let's hope that we can do that. We have, given that it's a reverse grid, I'm very optimistic that we can pull this off today. So we are 33 points behind in the championship. There is a lot to go, and you can already see, look at the field. 2nd and 4th are starting with mechanical issues. Like I was saying in the last video, when you start off with the season, the reliability of the parts is very new, straight from the designing box, and you have to put all your stuff in reliability measures, but it still doesn't get them up enough time for the racing. But we are off anyway, and Delta's been able to hold on to his first place, and Wood is still in 3rd, so 1st and 3rd at the moment. I'm not going to be threatened that much by Cavalcanti, because he has a mechanical issue. He's going to have to pit for a long time. Gatto at the moment seems to be an aggressive strategy. If you look at everyone else, they are on dry tyres. Wood's dropping back a little bit here. He's back into 7th already. I'm okay with that. I think this track is just going to keep getting damper and damper and damper, and that's really going to help us in terms of where we want to be. So I'm not stressing at the moment at all. Delisov drops back into 2nd. You will see that the car will come back towards us, and that's what we want. The field is going to come towards us. While we are getting past now, we're willing to take the pain now, so later in the race we're in a good spot. It's just going to keep getting wetter and wetter. Lap 4. So let's get this in fast forward mode so we can get this race underway and into the interesting time of it. Wood is down in a 12th already. That is a huge drop from 3rd on the grid in like 1 and a bit laps. Delatev, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. His first name is Ahmed with a T at the end, not a D. But everyone else seems to be on a relatively aggressive strategy. Look at that. He has a mechanical issue as well. So the temps super low. Need to push the heats. Let's push just to get them into the window, because they will drain over if they're too low. Where are we now? 3rd and 13th, and it is going to keep getting. This is good. This is good. This is what we want. A little bit wetter, a little bit wetter, a little bit wetter, and like I said, it should start coming back towards us. So let's wait until the next lap to start looking at the split times, which is the gaps here for each of the cars. At the moment, there is a big lead. Cavalcanti's up by 6 seconds, and it's 0.8 down to us. Let's see what happens. Oh, so they've gone in. So people have gone in. Maybe, yeah, look at their tyres have started to go off. Are they going to come out in intermediate? Yes, they are going to come out in intermediates. Wood comes out in 3rd. So in the time that... Oh, no. I was going to say, as someone was able to pit and come out, we were still holding on to 3rd spot, but that is not the case. And it looks like... Oh, Trefois has just crashed out of the race, who was a top contender as well. There is a safety car. Okay. So we want to go to the pits. We want to go to the pits. What is everyone else doing? Everyone else has gone on intermediates. This is going to be a huge push. Let's push into the end here. What's the track doing? It is staying wet, so we're going to come in for dries. Do we want to fix anything? I think we can get away with it. Let's get a new tyres, 10 to 12 laps. Let's fill up all the way to put us in the optimum window for the end of the race. I don't think that's going to help us. 4.1 seconds. You know what? I'm gonna fix it. 4.1 seconds is nothing. Pitch strategy is going to be on fast mode. Risk it for the biscuit. Why not? While at the same time, for Wood... Oh, who was that for? Was that for Wood? That was for Wood, sorry. Dilettante is coming around now. Lucky we caught that out. Fuel options. Fill up all the way. As for parts, there's no part that needs to be fixed. So let's just leave him out. Strategy. Risk it for the biscuit. 29% of a mistake. Let's see what happens here. Safety cars are great in this game. Sense of realism. I love what Motorsport Manager team's been able to do. This has been great. I'm going to be playing this so much. So we're going to come out in first. And while we do that, I'm going to go low and back up so we're not using any fuel. Same with Wood as it comes out. Where is he going to come out? He's going to come out in 5th. So we have gained on both. Now, why do we want to go back on a conservative strategy mode? Because we don't want to use our tyres while these guys are trying to catch up to us. Because by the time we get to the safety car, you will find that people have already started to use their resources, their tyres, their fuel, their minds, their egos. But here we are, setting up for the end of the race, which is what we want to do. We want to set up for the end of the race. Look, we've already got one car going, and they're going to go all the way to the back. Is it worth it? Probably not. And in hindsight, we probably could have repaired a few more components in the cars if we wanted to. But I don't think we're going to be at any risk. Gatto's there between us, so is Diaz. I think John Stoddart and Tyler are the tier 1 team at 33 points ahead. So those are the guys that we don't want to get ahead, for them to get ahead of us. We want to try and keep them down. So we are about to start, and as soon as we go to start, I am going to flip our strategy back on. Going around. Condition. Yeah, but we could have repaired that. We could have, but we didn't. That's going to be alright. Oh, hopefully that's right here. Push high. Wood. Push high, just to get them off the line. They've got 95% of meat left. Track is going to start trying out, possibly. Wood is up in the 3rd spot. And there is a bit of a buffer between us and Tyler and John Stoddart, which is what we want. And we want to try and make the most of this lead. So I think we're in a good strategy to do that. Get those tyres working. They're at 90% fuel, 5 and 5 laps each. I did fill them both up all the way. I kind of had to. I don't want them to double stack. I will put one of the pits earlier than the other. And the car that I'm going to get to do that might be Wood's car. He has some ground to make up anyway, so if he pushes, no fuss, no muss. I'm just glad that we were able to heal his front wing. Gearbox looking a bit iffy, but we're about halfway through the race when we cross the line right now. So, strategy-wise, we are getting a lot of pressure from Diaz from behind us, but I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. If we can just hold out and Wood stay in the right spot, which he is, we are going to be on target for our big payout of £700,000. Bank him up as much as you possibly want. Doesn't bother me. Even though he's driving with push and overtake mode, you know, he's under a lot of pressure. He's not going to give the spot up. Although Tyler gets through and Tyler's on the charge. Tyler coming up from behind, and the whole field's starting to make a bit of a pack. Wood is his own safety car in some regards. How's Delta's going? He is going okay. So he's got 3 laps. A little bit of fuel left. 3 laps left for Wood. Get him to keep pushing. Get him on the attack mode, I think. Because the tyres, we've got plenty of meat on these tyres. And it looks like it might start to dry out soon. So we're probably going to go on the dries sooner than you know it. So I'll get both drivers to start pushing. Is Wood going to start pushing a bit of a gap? Answer is no. He's doing a good job keeping Tyler behind him and John Stoddart. Delatov has a nice little gap there. Not big, not great. It's 1 second exactly if you want to be precise. Just trying to watch these fuel levels. We're going to have to put wood back in medium if we want to go around. You know what? No, we don't. We want him to keep pushing. We're going to pit him next lap, so we do not have to double up with these cars. That's the new strategy right now. Because if we double stack, we are in trouble. What do we want to do? We want to pit you. How's the track looking? He's going to get any drier. That's the risk we're taking right now, isn't it? Oh, there's lap cars. We're going to fix him up as well. We're not going to take a risk. I just want Wood to finish. If we get another DNF, it's going to be 17 seconds, but you know what? So be it. Let's just get the fuel going. Strategy-wise, fast, park condition, parts. You need 6 laps of fuel. That should be enough. 30-second stop. Where is he going to come out of? Oh no. I'm going to leave you out. I don't want to double stack. And double stacking with a mechanical failure is going to cause a lot of problems. Because a 4-second stop, or more like 10 seconds because you have to stop for everything, becomes a 38-second stop for your teammate. Because if he's doing 30 seconds, you add the 8 for more time. It's going to be, you know, I want to score as many points as we possibly can. I still think Wood's in a good window to do that. As for you, let's get you to go into overtake mode. Let's get you to pit. I think we're going to go to slicks. Soft tires. I'm going to go to 5 laps park condition. Let's fix you up. 4.5 seconds. What's his gap? His gap is 8 over someone else who has to pit as well. I'm happy with that. Fixing gearbox. Drops to 8th, drops to 9th, drops to 10th. So he's going to come out in intermediates. It's going to go to dry. Yes, we've got Delzov and dries, that's okay. So I'm going to get you to push. Excess fuel, push. See, there's something wrong. We only put so many laps of fuel and yet it fills the tank up all the way. There's like a glitch at the moment. But that's alright. Or is it? 5, 6? Yeah, no, it is. It's a glitch. It's a weird glitch happening at the moment. You just need to get around. Tyler is on the prowl, but 7 seconds behind and gaining. Get in those pits. I want to see a good stop here, boys. We're going to slicks as well. It is going to dry out. It looked like it was going to dry out. Okay, he's left. He's left in first position. Still has his gap. Okay, front wings. He's happy with that. Okay, so by the lap 15, we are going to be in the window. That's where we want to be. He's got too much fuel anyway. No, you're not going to come in. Why do they do that? Mate, this is why I'm the manager and you're the driver. 2 laps, deal with it, and then you're going to be good to go. Everyone else is going to be on intermediates, and you're going to be flogging them. Like what? What do you have that's warning you? That's okay, you got no dramas. You got no dramas at all. What are you? We're going to finish on a high here. I want to keep watching Wood for the simple fact he might get up a little bit. I want to watch this gap as well. To Dyers, it is now 1.8 seconds. 1.7. 1.5. 1.4. 1.3. He's being eaten alive out there. 1.2. It's down to 1 second. What's his strategy? push mode as well. Come on, dry out. All that is going to lead him around. What's Wood up to? Wood is doing his own little battle pack. Just need him to get up the field as best as he possibly can. His tyres are burning out really fast, aren't they? Oh no. Yeah, they are. Let's go back to neutral. What's the gap? Tyler, who... Instability on the braking. Mate, I can't bring you in. Hold on to your nose, ladies and gentlemen. We want the Ahmed to hold this position as best as possibly can. He is going to be fighting willy-nilly. As for Wood, we need to drop him down to medium. For tyres, I feel like we can push. I just got to watch him. As for you, push. You need to go back to medium as well. And keep driving. Let's watch Delatov. The gap is down to less than... Well, he's on his tail, basically. Can he hold him off? How is his track drying up? The next lap, it should finally dry up. This is where the advantage of those drier tyres and the only car on slicks is actually going to pay off. Just hold it off a little bit longer. Look at that gap. Acceleration out of the corner. He gets a good exit out of there. Gets a good exit out of that forest corner, if you want to call it, because it's surrounded by forest. Comes through the kink, gets another good exit. The exits he's really good at. He's good at getting out of the corners. And that way, Tyler can't go back on the attack. And here we go. This is where the track really starts to dry up. This is where it starts to favour us. Here we go. He has excess fuel at a little bit more than 2 laps. Now, my tyres should start to play into a bit of a benefit here. We want to go on the attack. Well, there's not much you can do anyway, Wood. You're going to have to keep fighting on those tyres. No, do not do anything wrong there. Keep that gap up. Because you're the only guy out there so far. These guys want to just keep getting these tyres. Look at that. Excess fuel. Elsadat has retired. Valdez is retired. Everyone's retiring. Alright. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you in overtake mode. Because I want to get you the fastest lap of this race. Given that we have not had a dry track, and now that it's finally dry, that's my strategy. To get you the extra points for doing the fastest lap. Let's see if that pays off. As for you, Woody, you can keep attacking if you wanted to. Wow, look at that collective clusterfuck of cars breaking down. Holy shit. Wood might be able to climb up a few places here. He goes out and about. Dalatov, just keep driving the wheels off it. Just keep driving. Will this pay off? Look at that fastest sector 1. Will we get the fastest sector 2? This is going to be dividends for us if we can do it. You, my friends, need to just keep driving the wheels off that thing. Fastest in sector 2. Almost out of fuel. He's going to bring it around. Just keep driving. Just finish strong. Finish strong. Finish strong. Finish strong. Oh, was it fastest lap? Yes, he's got the fastest lap of 1:38 and the strategy pays off. Here we go. Let's finish off on Wood coming up at 8th at the moment. Just remember that. That is a winning strategy. If it's drying out in the last lap, you're only drivers on slicks. Get him to push. Just for those extra 2 bonus points. Well worth it. Who's he on the hunt for? Wood. John Stoddard. If he can pass John Stoddard, who's currently in front of us in the championship for the drivers, coming first at the moment, this will be big for us. But he's not going to be able to do it. In fact, he comes a respective 8th. I'm okay with that. Delatov Ahmed comes first for us, and that's what we want. And I have lost my voice because I am riveting. I'm riveting with passion, excitement. I'm living the dream. My drivers are delivering. We have never done the fastest lap in a race. We have done the fastest lap this race. Loading constantly, HD, high definition, with a face cam. There I am in the window, and we'll be back very shortly. Thanks very much for tuning in. Check it out next time, guys.